Andy. Okay. Happy Friday. We made it. We made it. Hold on, I'm just getting a text here. Welcome to Happy Half Hour, which, to be honest, has been running a little longer. So I will not be offended if you have to leave early. It is absolutely fine. Please don't feel like you have to stay. So welcome to the Happy Half Hour. I am Carol Ann. This is the Merrick Library Happy Half Hour. But we are coming to you live from my kitchen, live from the studio, the kitchen studio. So there it is. Thank you for joining me. Welcome, and I want to shout out to all of the Merrick patrons. Thank you for your support. You guys are amazing. I love hearing from you. Thank you for those who came out to the book discussion on Wednesday. We had almost 40 people, 37 or 38 people. Hello, Mary Jean. Here come my people. Mwah. We had about, I don't really remember, something like that in the high 30s, like my age. We had something like that. It was an amazing event. I mean, we started at 7, we finished close to 9. So for those of you who were able to make it to the book discussion, hi, Lori. For those of you who were able to make it to that book discussion, I hope you can come to the next one, and I'll give you more information as the half hour goes on. But hope you guys are staying safe and everybody is staying healthy. And I don't even know what episode this is. This could be episode 6. I have no idea. I forgot it was Friday, and then I remembered it was Friday, and here we are. So to our Happy Half Hour, I welcome all of you, and I will say we'll toast to that. And the weather being what it is, I keep thinking that I can move along to Capri Sun at some point. But it's cloudy and it's cold, and I hear we're going to get snow this weekend. So I'm still stuck with my Dr. Pepper, which brings me to a big weekend. We've got Mother's Day weekend. So happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there, all the grandmoms, all the aunts, all the sisters, all the cousins, all the folks who celebrate. Happy Mother's Day. Hi, Jill. Mwah. Janet. So I want to say something really funny about Mother's Day, because I'm thinking I can switch things up from the gorgeous color of Dr. Pepper to Capri Sun, but I'm not able to because it's freezing out. Hello, Ellen. And what I want to say is that my dad, who was watching, sent me a Mother's Day card that just so happened to come in right on time today. And I'm going to show you the card that he sent me, because I think you'll get a kick out of it, because this is my dad and I love him dearly. Okay, so as you can see, the card says, they say motherhood is 70% mental and 30% Merlot, but it says AKA Dr. Pepper, which is hysterical. And if you know my dad, Lori, hi Lorelei. If you know my dad, this is what he does. He adds little things on his card. So this is from my dad, 70% mental, 30% Merlot, AKA Dr. Pepper. But the other way works even better. Love, Dad. So I thought this was hysterical. I was going to say I'll hang this up in my office. Hi, Big Bill. Mwah. I was going to hang this up in my office, but right now I'm just going to hang it up in our kitchen studio. I'll leave it somewhere so people can see it. And if anyone... All right, well, it normally works, but it's not working right now. So if anybody wants to see that again, yes, so I will show you. Motherhood is mental, 30% Merlot, Dr. Pepper. That's my dad. Love him. And there it is. So that's my card from Dad. Thank you, Dad. I love you. Cheers. Happy Mother's Day, everybody. We had something happen this week. A dear colleague, a friend, I'm going to cry, but I'm going to try not to. We celebrated last week, but I did want to say that today was the first day that I got through the workday without her. This lady right here. So happy retirement, Lori. She is on the chat right now, and she is shouting out and helping me. Hopefully not her last day executive producer, but we'll see. We'll see. I don't know. Her Mr. may have a completely different impression of that. So yes, so we celebrated Lori all week, most of the week, and you can find some things on Facebook and Twitter and some social media. So yes, so that was great. So that was my first day without this lady at work, and it was very hard. And actually, Lori, I think I did a good job because I don't think I texted you once. I was very good. I was like, leave her alone, let her, enjoy the day, and without me being a nag in some way. For those of you who may have missed it and are joining me late, my dad sent me a very great Mother's Day card, which if you can read that, it is very funny. I also want to say a special shout out because there are people who, thank goodness you're not that easy to get rid of, Lori. There are people who actually watch this while they're cooking dinner, which I did not know that. So I'm going to give a shout out to Angela. Hello, Angela. Te amo. And we're going to give Angela a little toast for Mother's Day also. You know what? Dr. Pepper hits the spot. Okay, so we have a lot to cover, and I'm only 6 minutes in. Who did I see? Did I see Evelyn is here? I said shout out to Bill. I said hello, Denise. Angela, there you are. Lori said she did laundry today. You know what? If I had known that, Lori, I would have driven by and hoisted my shopping bag right out the window. But it was a great week with Lori. And so, as you know, on this Facebook Live, anything goes. My phone has rung. I say the wrong thing, but that's part of the journey, and you get to go with me. So, what else could you be doing? Luckily, I'm grateful that you've all decided to spend the time here instead of hi, Leif, look at that. So friends of my dad have actually joined in, and they are here now. And hello, guys. I miss you, and I love you. Mwah. So what are we going to talk about today? What do we always talk about? Hoopla, best service. Best service. No wait, get your books. We've been pushing that. Also, just today on Facebook, we've been talking about it, Pinterest. We have an amazing Pinterest page. And you're like, oh, boring, boring, boring. But here's why it's so good. Because staff member Michelle, she's in the user experience department. She has completely revamped and overhauled our Pinterest page. Why is that good? It is good because she includes staff picks for everything, genre specific, Long Island reads, local reads, Nassau County. I mean, there's all kinds of things that she promotes on that page, and it is wonderful. As we know, I've run out of toner. I have no toner. So we just go back to the old days of black and white. People who are my age and older can appreciate this. But so what user experience Michelle has done is created chillers and thrillers, World War II, historical fiction. So if you're looking for some curated content and you don't know where to go to get it, please go to the Pinterest page. It's chock full of the most amazing things. If you were in the library before and you knew we had that nice staff picks binder, this is that, but it's amazing. So you can click in if you're looking for just something to read, a book, discussion book, whatever, and then you can match it up with Hoopla. See if that matches. You could also try Overdrive and Libby, but in the meantime, I believe she also has a group of, hey, Kristen, look at you. Lita. Oh my gosh, you guys are amazing. It's like watching TV when I was a kid. Yes, that's the point of the black and white because I got nothing else. These may be in black and white, but I come to you live in living color. So hopefully everything looks okay. Also, Michelle has on the Pinterest page books that are on Hoopla that we recommend. So it's tremendous. It looks beautiful. I would check that out. we have a YouTube page. Please go to our YouTube page. Again, this is black and white. YouTube is in color. And you can find Billy's Boredom Busters. If you haven't seen what this guy can do, you just have to go and check it out. He has done Animal Crossing. I almost said Animal Farm, but Reader's Advisory Librarian, this is what happens. Animal Crossing. He has done things the thing that he did for Star Wars is amazing. And also the planter he created for Earth Day from the used Dr. Pepper bottle that I almost broke, but I returned it to him this week under protest. But yes, so that's also amazing. Emma, Alexa, I see you. I see you. Mwah. Also, you ordered toner from Staples, Evelyn says, and it came in 2 days. I guess I should do that. I wasn't even thinking to do that. But you know how many of these I produce? I mean, wait till you see what's coming. We didn't even get started. Okay, Top Shelf Podcast. I have next week. You can look for it. I have an interview with Liz Moore for Long Bright River. I am a huge fan of Liz Moore's work. One of my favorite books in my top 10 and maybe even in my top 5 is a book called Heft, H-E-F-T, by Liz Moore, M-O-O-R-E. That book is just fabulous. And then, so now she wrote this new book called Long Bright River. So you want to look that up. But we had some amazing news, and I think Evelyn was the one. I'm not sure. We had some crazy news this week. Oh, wait. Oh, there it is. There's our tiger. Do you know what was amazing news this week? Did you hear? Nick Cage, people, we were just talking about this. Do you know that Nick Cage is set to star as Joe Exotic in a Netflix docuseries of Joe Exotic called Tiger King? Now, we talked about Nicolas Cage last week, I think, right? It was Lori's pick for Peggy Sue Got Married, and we were talking about Nicolas Cage and how he does all kinds of crazy things, and I'm a fan, and I will just follow and watch everything he does, because how could you not? These are not mugshots. Just letting you know, this is actually from the Variety website, I think. I'm not sure. But yes, it will be an 8-episode series. It is being produced by Imagine Television and CBS, and it will be coming out soon. I don't know, but it's based on the Texas Monthly article called Joe Exotic, A Dark Journey into the World of a Man Gone Wild. So there it is. We talked about Joe Exotic. We talked about Nicolas Cage, and it just so happens all of this is happening. So good for us. Good for us. All right. Also, so Nicolas Cage, you have to check that out. I will be, and then we can talk about it when, yes, Lori says she can't wait to see him as a blonde again. Okay, we have a little bit of a trivia test coming up soon because it has to do with something about this. A big, big award was given out this week. Don't know if you could see what that is. This is probably as close as I'll ever get to it, but you never know. This is the actual Pulitzer Prize. And that was given out this week. And it's an award for, achievements in newspaper, magazines, online journalism, literature, musical composition. It was established in 1917 by Joseph Pulitzer. And he made, a lot of money in newspaper publishing industry, and it's given out by Columbia University. And the fiction prize is given to distinguished work by an American author dealing with American life. And I could not have been happier to see that Nickel Boys won. Now, I am a huge Colson Whitehead fan. He is amazing. He doesn't do one single literary thing wrong. He's local. He won I think it was the 2009, Janet can tell me, I'm not sure, Long Island Reads. Was it 2009? Maybe. He was given the Long Island Reads Award for a book he wrote called Sag Harbor. So I did Underground Railroad as a book discussion, and let me tell you something, that book discussion was amazing. It was such a great book. And Colson Whitehead was born in 1969. God. He was born and raised in Manhattan, but he lived on Long Island, and I think it was 2009. But anyway, he won the Pulitzer for, am I doing this right? Yes. He won the Pulitzer for Underground Railroad. His very next book that comes out is Nickel Boys, and it wins the Pulitzer too. So think about that. 2011, thank you, Janet. So Long Island Reads gave Colson Whitehead the 2011 Long Island Reads Award. That's why you have to follow Long Island Reads, because they are on the cutting edge of all this amazing stuff. So please, you should pay attention to them, because they're the bee's knees. Okay. Underground Railroad, Nickel Boys. What is the Nickel Boys about? Well, it's based on the real life Dozier School for Boys, which is it's a reformatory school that's been shuttered and it's closed. It was in Florida. But what I love about this book is that even though it's not a YA novel, it deals with young adult topics, right? Because it's a boys' reformatory school. I can't tell you how good it is. It is a short book. It's he's on the bestseller list. He's always on the bestseller list. This book particularly will probably be on, like I said, a summer reading list for young adults and high school and all of that. But it's appropriate because it's about teens by a living author. And that's what I love, right? So he's able to bring this novel up to modern day, which is great. So neither of these at this point are on Hoopla, but both of them are on Overdrive. So you will want to look for that. Okay. And it's very interesting because he is now a 2-time Pulitzer Prize recipient, and there were only 3 authors. Do you sense a quiz coming on? Do you sense a little quiz? But hold on. Okay. So the first thing I'm going to do is talk about the Pulitzer Prize, and we'll have a little Pulitzer Prize quiz. 3 authors have won the Pulitzer Prize for fiction twice. Booth Tarkington, 1919 and 1922. The Magnificent Ambersons and Alice Adams. Both of those are on Hoopla. William Faulkner for The Fable and The Reivers. Neither one of those are on Hoopla, and they're not on Overdrive either, but you can find them. They're out there in some kind of format. And then the third author to win the Pulitzer Prize for fiction twice is John Updike. 1982 for Rabbit is Rich, 1991 for Rabbit at Rest. All of those books are on Libby, but not the Faulkner pieces, so that's okay. But there was other book news this week. Maybe not Pulitzer. This person just chimed in. She knows who she is. I'm not going to out her. Other news this week in the literary world, Stephenie Meyer is going to publish her new Twilight book, Midnight Sun. And this is going to be told from Edward Cullen's perspective. So it's kind of like a prequel. Now, the interesting thing about that is that in 2008, a partial draft of Midnight Sun was leaked online. And we all scrambled to read it. Well, I did, because I'm a nerd and that's just what I do. But there was a lot of us that went crazy and tried to find it online. But she was very upset by that, and she postponed the release. Stephenie Meyer postponed the release indefinitely. She was too upset to continue writing. She felt that it wasn't completed. She didn't want readers to experience it before it was completed, edited, and published. All good reasons. I'm with her on all of that. And she said, and I'm reading her quote, "I think it's important for everybody to understand that what happened was a violation of my rights as an author. But it is a prequel, and it will be out this summer. And I believe it's actually out in August of this year, but I'm not 100% sure on that." Okay, trivia time. Pulitzer Prize, here we go. I'm going to start right off. You ready? You ready? Get your pens ready. All right. Which one do I want to do first? In 2014, right? We were all adults then, most of us. A character named Theo Decker falls in love at first sight with a redhead while looking at a Dutch painting. What painting shares the title of this book? Is it The Optimist's Daughter? Is it Early Autumn? Or is it The Goldfinch? 2014 Pulitzer Prize winner, Theo Decker, falls in love with a redheaded woman, and she's looking at this Dutch painting, and it's, oh yes, I think my sign does say August 4th, but I think they pushed it back, Lori. It does say August 4th, but I think they pushed it back, but I'm not sure, so anything can happen between the time I print it out and I sit here. So yes, so is it The Optimist's Daughter, Early Autumn, or The Goldfinch? And remember, hey, Carol, hi, look at you. I got Lita, Mary Jean, Evelyn. This is awesome. You guys are great. And Lori is weighing in. And remember, all right, so the answer is, I'll let a few more people come in. Anybody else? Wager? The answer is, you guys got it correct, The Goldfinch. So the best part about this Facebook Live is that if you get it right, hooray, have a celebratory sip. And if you don't, oh, all right, just cheers. You'll get it on the next one. So you can do both things because we don't discriminate here. Yes, Lori, you're the best. All right. So the next one, before we get to the other thing that I want to show you. Okay, Elizabeth Strout's 2000. I'm going to try it again. Elizabeth Strout's 2009 Pulitzer-winning short story collection revolves around one central character. So Elizabeth Strout writes a Pulitzer Prize-winning short story collection, one of my favorite books of all time, and it's named after a central character. Is it Oscar Wilde? Is it Martin Dressler? Is it March? Or is it Olive Kitteridge? So 2009 and Elizabeth Strout. So we're going to, oh my God, a lot of comments. Wow, you guys are coming in fast. While I'm waiting for your responses, Oscar Wilde, Martin Dressler, March, or Olive Kitteridge. And I may have done a book discussion on this book because I love it so much. And everybody knows I love it so much. And they're probably sick and tired of me hearing about it. Let's see who else. I don't know if you guys know this, but Merrick Library has something called RB Digital. What is RB Digital? What the heck is RB Digital? Oh, I can tell you. See this? Oh, it smells good. See this? It's Vanity Fair magazine. Wow, what is that? That's a good, nice little, that smells pretty. Okay, this is a magazine, right? Go to the supermarket, waiting online, see cover, you're like, oh, let me take a look at that, let me read that, right? We're so used to doing that, but you don't have to do that right now. You could get your groceries, as long as you're masked and gloved, get the heck out of there, because Merrick Library gives you access to over 3,000 magazines on RB Digital. Go to the homepage, find RB Digital, and then you can download it to your reading devices, your laptop, your computers, and you can get access to any of these magazines, current magazines. Some of them aren't current, but so for example, what do we have here? Vogue, Men's Health, Rolling Stone. Doesn't he look great in that picture? Outside Magazine, we've got 6 different versions of The Economist. So all of these things are on RB Digital. The New Yorker, New York Review of Books, and this guy is on the cover of Rolling Stone. I may have downloaded that. Purely selfish reasons. What else is on there? Canadian Living Magazine. Do you know that I actually look at this Canadian Living Magazine? Because I always think, what is it like to live in Canada? I can't imagine. So it's nice because they talk about, you know, hot restaurants and where to go and all these other things. Good Housekeeping is on there. Food Network Magazine, Architectural Digest. I am an armchair. What I love about Architectural Digest, because they show you these really fabulous houses. And I mean, my house is fabulous, but you know, it's Architectural Digest. But I'm going to give you the answer to the question, Pulitzer Prize winning short story collection. We all have people saying, oh, Evelyn, your sister lived in Toronto. I bet it's amazing. I think Toronto is where the Hockey Hall of Fame is, but not that I pay attention to hockey or anything. Okay, the answer is Olive Kitteridge. So Elizabeth Strout won the 2009 Pulitzer Prize for Olive Kitteridge. Last year, before the Book Expo decided not to, you know, have people come in and they closed it off and it's now virtual. This happened to me. You know who that is? With my goofy face? That is me with Elizabeth Strout. Somehow I kept it together and got this picture with her. And I don't think I could speak for like an hour afterwards, which for me, as most of you know, is a near impossibility. But that's me with Elizabeth Strout. And I mean, I must have shared this picture 100,000 times because look at my stupid face in that picture. I have God. But what a delight. She's tall and perfect and funny. And maybe she'll be on a podcast. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But big, huge fan of Elizabeth Strout. Big, huge fan of the book. And she wrote a sequel called Olive Again, which is also wonderful. So yes, that's me and Elizabeth Strout. And yes, I am beaming, Lori. I have to tell you. Yes, let's put it this way. I don't know if I would have the same face if I met Kylo Ren in person. You know, Kylo Ren, Adam Driver. I don't know, but this is pretty exciting. And I think I sent it to everybody who I had in my cell phone, all my contacts. So that was pretty embarrassing. And I don't really care. That's just how I roll. All right, so what do we have next? Leif and Lori, I hope you're having fun. Carol, I hope you're having a good time. Carol Belth, thank you so much for coming. Where is my friend Lita? Oh my God, Lita, I was so glad to see you Wednesday night. It was great. What a good book discussion that was. There were 38 people there and everybody in these Zoom pictures. It was amazing. And we read Searching for Sylvie Lee by Jean Kwok. And cross your fingers, but I'm 99.9% sure, unless there's going to be a technical issue, which you should just come for the technical issue because it would be fun. Jean Kwok will be coming to us live. We're going to do a Zoom Facebook Live. So it'll be her and I, and then you can ask her questions. So if you've read any of her books, you can ask her any questions. She couldn't Skype in. She couldn't Zoom into our discussion on Wednesday night because she lives in the Netherlands and she was asleep. So we couldn't host her. But Lita, it was, yes. Lori, oh, I am my father's daughter. Yes, that is true. So anyway, Jean Kwok, next Wednesday, 1 o'clock, Facebook Live, Merrick Library Facebook page. Next month, as soon as I get it all together, I will be sending out invitations to, oh, Lita, love you. I will be sending out invitations for the next book club, which will be In the Time of the Butterflies by Julia Alvarez, and that is available on Hoopla. So there is no wait for that book. I'm going to have some of that. Okay, and I'm going to do my next question. Okay, now another book that I absolutely loved. I don't know if this is on Hoopla. I'm not sure. Jane Smiley wrote this amazing, amazing book, and I was thrilled when it won the Pulitzer. Because sometimes you read a book and you're like, wow, this was like, blew me away, and you don't think anyone else is maybe having the same opinion as you, or they're like, yeah, it was too long, or no, I didn't really like it, and it won the Pulitzer. So she wrote a book, Jane Smiley, set in Iowa. And she has, in the book, there are 3 daughters, and they're fighting for the affections of an aging farmer. So this book is called, the one that won, yes, Mary Jean, I did see My Name is Lucy Barton with Laura Linney. And Julie, my daughter, and I went to see that, and we had, like, my husband got his first row mezzanine. Unbelievable. So you had Laura Linney, Elizabeth Strout, me, and my daughter. Game over. Perfect 10 of a day. Perfect 10 of a day. And Laura Linney was fabulous. And the way she did the 2 voices, her voice, her mother's voice, oh gosh. Anyway, she was one-woman show, and she really recited full passages from that book, which was shocking to me that she was able to do that. And the reason I knew it's because I read it like 3 times. So I recognized the lines. Okay. Jane Smiley, book set in Iowa, 3 daughters, won the Pulitzer. Was it American Pastoral, Housemaid of Dawn, The Magnificent Ambersons, or 1,000 Acres? So let's see what you say. I wish I could share the text that I just got. I might actually do that, because this is really funny. So it's very good to have friends who are quick with Photoshop. I don't know if you can all see that. I don't know. That's a Photoshopped. Oh my God, that is. I'm going to hang that up in my office too. I don't know if all of you could see that, but yes. Okay. So, Sue Katz. Hi, Sue. You love the girl with the louding voice. Yes. And good catch, Sue. Very good catch on that. That was amazing. Yes, Denise and Billy, if any of you missed it, I'm just going to show it to you again. This is really fabulous. I mean, okay. The book written by Jane Smiley is, yes, Carol, it's very funny. In Burn This, I had gotten tickets to see it, and I was supposed to go, and something happened that night, and I couldn't. And I got a single ticket. So I gave the ticket to my daughter. And again, she was front row mezzanine. And she was like, she said to me, Mom, I don't know how I didn't fall out of my seat when he walked on the stage. So yes, I was glad that it was her and not me, because I mean, that just wouldn't have been good. The answer to the question, who won, what book did Jane Smiley win the Pulitzer Prize for, was 1,000 Acres. And I did not check to see if that's on Hoopla. I know it's on Overdrive, but man, if you get a chance, that is an excellent book discussion book. And if I can figure out a way to make that happen, I will make that happen. I will make that happen. So if you do want to see magazines that feature Adam Driver or this Helmsworth, I can't think of his name. I think he was married to Miley, but I can't tell. Vogue. What else is on here? Outside Magazine, New Yorker, a great magazine called Backpacking, which I have no desire to do, but in case you do, there's something for everybody here on Hoopla. So you take this magazine, which really does smell very good. I guess if you have allergies, maybe not, but this magazine is on RB Digital. Go to the website, download the app, put in your library card number, and you can start reading over 3,000 magazines right away. And I think it's amazing. Also, most of the magazines have hypertext links. So if there's something that they refer you to a recipe, or if they refer you to another article or something like that, or IMDb link for a movie, you just click and it brings you where you have to go. So you can load it to your iPad, your telephone, your cell phone, your laptop, your computer, whatever you want. It's amazing. And like I said, there's something for everybody here. Most of these are my armchair New York Review of Books. I know, I'm a nerd. What am I going to tell you? It happens. Marisa can tell you. Once a nerd, always a nerd. Hi, Pat. Nice to see you. Okay, so Pat, you probably missed this. I don't know if you saw me with Elizabeth Strout. Pretty cool. All right. This 1937 Pulitzer Prize winner became an Oscar-winning film. Now, there were a lot of Pulitzer Prize winners that were turned into an Oscar-winning film, but this was the one from 1937. Okay. Was it The Grapes of Wrath by John Steinbeck, Gone with the Wind by Margaret Mitchell, The Yearling by Marjorie Rawlings, or The Bridge of San Luis Rey by Thornton Wilder? So I'm going to say it again, 1937. Yes, Lori, it was a great picture. 1937 Pulitzer Prize winner, which was turned into an Oscar-winning film. Was it The Grapes of Wrath, John Steinbeck, Gone with the Wind, Margaret Mitchell, The Yearling by Marjorie Rawlings, or Marjorie Kinnan Rawlings, I leave that out, or The Bridge of San Luis Rey by Thornton Wilder? So I will wait for your responses. And shout out to Big Bill again, and to Emma and Alexa and to Kristen. Who else is there? I said hello to Ellen. Who else do I have in here? Sue Katz. Who else? I do actually. Oh, Bill's weighing in with a choice. Look at everybody here. Wow, look at this. The book discussion, I will tell you, for those of you who may want to clear your calendar. Oh, wait, let me just show you this again, because this is something I'm not really ever going to get tired of seeing. Hold on. Can you see? Okay. Photoshop. Let's see, we have all our comments coming in. Yes, Pat, hello, hello, how are you? I wanted to give you the date for the next book discussion is June 3rd. That is a Wednesday. It'll be a 7 o'clock book discussion, In the Time of the Butterflies by Julia Alvarez. And like I said, we had such a good time this past Wednesday. I mean, first of all, I was so happy to see everybody. I was so happy. We had a patron, a Merrick patron, who was 85 plus, who had never used Zoom before. And there she was, raising her hand, figuring it all out, and she was a rock star. So we had 30 plus people there. And then I did have a co-host, Michelle, who also does the Pinterest page. I don't know how she has time for any of the stuff that she does, but she was in there wrangling people and making sure everyone could raise their hand, and gave them the opportunity to chat with me while we were doing this whole thing together. She was amazing. So I really have to, Michelle. And also I want to give Billy a shout out for my new favorite Photoshop picture. So to that, let's get to the answer to these questions. Yeah, the book discussion was amazing. It was really great, and I was so happy that everybody came, and we got the crowd comfortable with using Zoom, so it was like a little bit of a tutorial at the beginning, which was really nice to make everyone feel comfortable with how it worked and how to raise your hand, and it was just great. I was so happy to see everybody, and everybody was so happy to see each other, and it was okay that we it was mostly okay that we weren't in the building because we were sharing the experience together on Zoom. So it was fabulous. So I'm really grateful that we were able to get it together, and I'm grateful to Michelle for helping me out because she was great. The answer to the 1937 Pulitzer Prize winner that was turned into an Oscar-winning film, I'm way ahead of you, Chris, is Gone with the Wind. Gone with the Wind. So a couple of people said Grapes of Wrath, and which I actually would have thought that was it because I wasn't really sure, but they are the same time period. But yes, it was Gone with the Wind. So for all, Lori, of course, let me tell you something. Lori knows a lot of stuff, which is why it was very hard for me not to text her today, even though she had retired, and I have that picture somewhere. I can't find it right now. Here it is. There it is. But I was good. I did not bother her. I did not harass her. But that woman is a fountain of knowledge. And yay, Bill, Ray, good. She knows a lot about a lot of stuff. And it was really funny, Lori. Julia was saying that she was listening when we were having our Zoom, little Zoom party for you. And she said that she heard me say, you know, Lori, you're like the blessing that came right at the right time. So I agree with that. Okay, so even if you got the answer incorrect or it wasn't the answer that you would have liked it to be, yes, so Lori is saying the Grapes of Wrath movie did not end like the book. The book was heart-wrenching, and I do not think I can read it again. It is a tough read. It is a very tough read. It's so long, but it is a tough read. And Lori says, my mind is a warehouse of trivial knowledge. Well, evidently not, because I'm always asking questions of your mind. So, and I don't think Larry thinks that either. Let's see. There is one more question we have, 542, one more question. That's not the one I wanted to ask. Okay. This is an interesting one. There was no Pulitzer Prize award given in 1941 for fiction. And the reason for that, yes, yeah, you're right, Lori, I'm going to give you four choices for the reason in 1941 there was no Pulitzer Prize award given. This is a long one, and then I won't keep you. I can't read the darn text because it's too small and it's getting late. And okay. 1941, no Pulitzer Prize award given because. Was it because the award was suspended for the beginning of World War II? Was it because the president of Columbia University found the novel, which was chosen, For Whom the Bell Tolls, offensive? Was it that the fiction jury, the group of people who voted, said there wasn't a novel that had earned the honor? Or is it because the author to whom it was given refused the prize? So, was the award suspended for the beginning of World War II? Was it because the president of Columbia University found the chosen book, For Whom the Bell Tolls, offensive? Was it because the fiction jury said there just wasn't a novel that earned the honor? Or was it because the author to whom it was given refused the prize? That's a long way to go, but just throw out your answers and we will give you the results. I think I asked all the questions that I wanted to. Please let me know what you're reading in the chat. I would love to know. I am actually reading a galley right now by Catherine Ryan Howard called The Nothing Man. And yes, it is a serial killer. Hi, Diane. Hi, Diane. You guys are making my day. She's saying choice B. Bill's saying World War II. Denise is saying Winder didn't World War II. Winder didn't accept the prize. Lori says she thinks it's the last one. Okay, we'll wait a few more minutes. Oh my gosh, Evelyn, it is so scary. So it's called The Nothing Man. It comes out, I believe, on my husband's birthday, which is August 20th. And I have already reached out to her, and she will be on an upcoming podcast episode. What I got nothing. I can't believe how scary that. And when I say scary, you read a lot of books and there's a lot of thrillers and something that really unsettles you. I was sitting outside on the deck in the back in the sunlight, 2:30 in the afternoon on a weekend. My son had gone for a jog. He came back, opened up the gate, and I almost jumped off the lawn chair, like, ready to duke it out with, I don't know, a 20-something-year-old kid. But having said that, it is so creepy and very unsettling, and it is not for the faint of heart. I know I always say that, but this one really is not for the faint of heart. But I really I loved it. I thought it was great. So it's called The Nothing Man by Catherine Ryan Howard. Okay, so I will give you the answer to why there was no fiction prize given in 1941. So we have, was it because the award was suspended for the beginning of World War II? Was it because the president of Columbia University found the novel For Whom the Bell Tolls offensive? Was it because the fiction jury said there wasn't a novel that had earned the honor? Or was it the author to whom it was given refused the prize? So we actually have a winner in these comments. We actually have a winner in these comments. And I will tell you that the answer is, you ready? Because you're not going to believe it. In 1941, the Pulitzer Prize jurors voted unanimously for Ernest Hemingway's For Whom the Bell Tolls. So Diane, take your victory. Everyone was in favor of the book except for Nicholas Murray Butler, who was the president of Columbia University and a former chairman of the board of the Pulitzer Prize jurors. He vetoed the choice because he thought the book was offensive. He said, "I hope you'll reconsider before you ask the university to be associated with an award for a work of this nature." So there was no fiction award winner that year. So Ernest Hemingway, see ya. But to be honest, I don't really think he cared very much. Do you think he cared very much? I don't think he cared very much. I mean, I think he did okay without having to win the award for that book, which I thought was very interesting. And who knew, right? It's interesting that would happen in 1941, and I guess, it can happen anytime. So yes, cheers. So Diane is the winner. So let's all have a Dr. Pepper for Diane, coming up with the right answer. Clink. But I do want to mention, so go Diane. Florida agrees with you. Mary Jean is telling us, because here's why I love Mary Jean. She is a Hoopla person. So if I say try this on Hoopla, she is right there. She's very adventurous that way. She loved on Hoopla TV a TV show called Collision, and it is written by Anthony Horowitz. Anybody who knows Anthony Horowitz knows he writes these incredible mysteries, and he's got a series going on right now. Just incredible guy, really does beautiful work. So it is a TV show called Collision, and it is on Hoopla TV. So go to Hoopla, go to TV shows, type in Collision, and you're good to go. Yes, that is who the Butler Library is named after, Janet. That is correct. Look at you, Janet gets a prize. Clink. Janet, see, smart friends, smart people. Okay, so I think I got through everything. I'm running late. Happy retirement to this lady. I don't know. Larry's going to be like, who are you texting? Tell Caroline to stop. Please go away. What else do we have here? Midnight Sun comes out this summer, right? The prequel with Edward Cullen's what it's like to be a vampire from his side. Here are your Pulitzer Prize winners this year. Colson Whitehead for The Nickel Boys. I got to tell you got to read that book. And Underground Railroad. If you haven't read that book, you must go back and read it because that's a masterclass right there. So is, I lost my picture of Olive Kittredge. Here it is. This is also a masterclass. Why? Because she takes Olive Kittredge, divides the novel up into short stories, each of them interlinked. And the way she does it, all right, enough about that. But I mean, come on. Fangirling at its most embarrassing, that's me, because that's just what happens. Yes, Anthony Horowitz. Thank you, Lori. I forgot about that. He does write YA fiction. I completely forgot. That's why there's you. Not trivial information. Make sure you go to RB Digital. I lost my graphic for that. You have no idea what my table looks like right now. Go to RB Digital to read magazines. There it is. I'm telling you, it's amazing. You can read everything. There's no subscription fee. You get in and you can actually have the digital version comes to your mailbox the day that it comes out. So you can't even beat that. You get the email notification that the brand new New Yorker is there, or the new Oprah, or Vogue, or Rolling Stone, whichever magazine you subscribe to with your library card, you subscribe, but there is no fee. I mean, you can't, like I said, I read Canadian Living. So you can read anything you want. And there's no fee. And there's over 3,000 magazines, but there's also children's magazines. There's young adult magazines, and then there are adult magazines. So all of your bases are covered for everybody in your family, which I think is amazing. Don't forget, we'll talk about this again, Nicolas Cage will be playing Joe Exotic. Tell me you don't want to see that. I mean, that's just, the whole thing is a train wreck, and I am here for it. It's Nick Cage. Come on. I think Evelyn was the one who said, somebody said that they were not, you know, all that crazy about him. There's our tiger. Don't forget to check out our Pinterest page. Michelle did just a top-notch job on that. Next week, I'm going to be loading the podcast with Liz Moore, who wrote Long Bright River. What a great book. And Bill Chow, I'll see you. I got through all my Pulitzer stuff. That's what it looks like. That's as close as I'm going to get to it. Thank you all. Happy Mother's Day. Before I sign off, if there's anything you want to throw in the last minute chat while I take a little sip of this, please feel free. Thank you all for coming. I wish I could have Andrew Cuomo on the show. He's busy, you know, I get it. He's doing his thing, but maybe next time. So there's always hope for that. And what else? Thank you all for playing. Yes, always, always. Happy Mother's Day, Evelyn. Happy Mother's Day, Diane. You ladies. Lori, happy Mother's Day, everybody. Cheers to all the moms. Cheers to all the people who showed up today. I appreciate it. I appreciate that you, yes, Mary Jean, I did see that. That was very funny. I appreciate everything you could be watching right now. You're spending your time here, and I am grateful. So cheers to all of you. Cheers to all the moms. There's you guys. Hey, Jennifer. Awesome. Glad to see you. Thanks for coming. I hope you had fun. And I will see you next week. And Lori, I love you. And Jill and Shannon and everybody else out there. hopefully, and Kristen, that we'll have nice weather on Mother's Day, and I will try to read a book that does not involve a serial killer. Although it's my day, so if that's what I want to read, I can read that too, right? I mean, come on. But we'll see. We'll see how that goes. And if there's anything else, Diane, hi Diane, cheers, happy Mother's Day, clink. I have kept you over the happy half hour, Chris, thank you. Lori, you're awesome. I love you, Chris. Mwah. And all right, I'm gonna sign off. Throw in your last minute comments. Of course, Lori, you know how much I love you. I'm going to be texting you like 30 seconds after I finish this anyway. So get ready. Have your phone in your hand. Jean Marie, hi. I didn't know you were there. You should have come in sooner. Oh, I hope you had fun. Happy Mother's Day. I miss you. God. Janet. Happy Mother's Day, Janet. My text friend and Janet was, yes, we did a fun Lil Rick thing today. I was on the panel and it was very fun. I was not expecting to be on the panel, but it was very fun. Oh, Debbie, hi Debbie. Oh, Debbie, happy Mother's Day. Yes, happy Mother's Day, everybody. Denise Falcon, happy Mother's Day. I love you. Next time I will bring my chair and Andy's just gonna have to drive around the block until I'm finished. A social distance 6 feet away. All right, guys, ready to go. Oh, for those of you who came in late, I just wanna share this again. This is a Mother's Day card from my dad. They say motherhood is 70% mental, 30% mellow. And then my dad put a little graffiti at the bottom, AKA Dr. Pepper. My dad, he's so funny, but the other way works even better. All right, folks. Angela, I know you're cooking at home. I hope you got dinner on the table. Oh, I did forget to tell you last week when I signed off, my husband, I will say that, Debbie, thank you. My husband did come home with Raynors. So you Long Islanders know exactly what Raynors is. And me being an expatriate, I mean, I was from Brooklyn. I had no idea what Raynors was until I started dating my husband. But he came up with a giant bag of Raynors, and man, was it good. And I rolled around on the floor with a big belly. Yes, Diane, he is great. You know Joe. So I believe he is watching. He doesn't want to respond, but he is definitely in there. So yes, Jean Marie, I knew you'd get a kick out of that. So between the Raynors and my father's card, awesome, awesome, awesome. Thank you to the Merrick patrons. Thank you for your continued support. You guys are awesome. We miss you. We can't wait to see you. Hopefully everybody is staying home, staying safe, staying healthy. Wear your masks, wear your gloves. This is where I want to see you. This is the best place to see you. It's very easy. You just click into Facebook Live and we're good to go. You don't have to leave the house. And you just, bring your own. So that's all amazing. And also thanks to the director, Dan, assistant director, Diane, and an amazing board of directors who allow all of this to happen. Well, not my kitchen specifically, but you know what I mean. So I will see you next week. Happy Mother's Day and ciao for now. Leave any comments in the section if you got it, and then we will sign off. You guys can go whenever you want. I feel like I'm Ferris Bueller trying to end the show. Yes, Chris, Raynors is a Nassau thing and it's spelled R-A-A-Y-N-O-R-S. And the reason I'm looking at my bulletin board is because we have the phone number right there. So we can call it when we need to in a hot second. All right, folks. Thank you for joining me. I love you. Stay safe. Happy Mother's Day.